Hello everybody and welcome back. Today going to be bringing you a delicious classic Peruvian dish, Lomo Saltado. If you're on a diet here, I definitely don't recommend this because we are double carbonate. Let's start off with the white rice here. Going to go in with 1 cup of white rice and 2 cups of water. If you want to make more rice, just always double the amount of water from the rice. There we go. 2 cups there. We're gonna bring this up to a boil, stir that around, make sure it's all nice and even. Always kind of hard to season rice once it's already been cooked, so go ahead and just throw in your seasoning now, a little bit of salt and pepper. And I'm going in with a tiny splash of olive oil, kind of helps it from sticking. You could use butter too, but I like to use olive oil. Give that a mix, bring it up to a boil. Right, make sure that heat is low, let it simmer. While we're waiting for that, let's go ahead and take some shots of some Pisco. Pisco is a Peruvian brandy. Get us feeling right while we're cooking. Now once that's finished, go ahead and stir that around. Takes about 10-15 minutes. Fluff that rice and then set that off to the side because that is finished. Let's start off with the vegetables here for the dish. I have Aji Amarillo. Just going to use a little bit of this. Go ahead and slice it in half like you see. And we're just going to scoop out some of those seeds. You can keep some if you like. Cut off the head there. And nice and thin, just give it a couple of slices just like this. That's it. Nothing special here. Right, do that for both of those. Let's go and get our red onion now. Cut that in half. Just cut off the heads like that. Gonna show you how to cut this right here. Just right on an angle, just like that. I've eaten this dish many times back when I used to eat beef, but you can also get it with chicken. And this is pretty much how the onions look, the shape of them, the size of them, just like that. Go ahead and do that for the other half of the onion too, and then set that aside. Let's go on with our scallions now. Just cut these up into, small little pieces here. And don't be afraid to go all the way down. Some people skip out on the little white part on the bottom there. Go ahead, cut up some of those pieces too right there. They pack a ton of flavor also. Set those aside. Now we have some tomatoes. You can use whatever tomato you like here. I'm going in with some Roma tomatoes. Personally, I just kind of like the flavor from them. And the shape, for some reason, for me is a little bit better, especially for this dish. A little more oval than round. So go ahead and cut up both of those. After that, we have some cilantro. No special way to do this here, just chop it up into some fine pieces like this. Just like that. And last part right here is just going to be going in with some garlic. Only need about 2 cloves. If you like garlic, use more. If you don't like it, you don't have to use it at all. But I'm going to be using it here. Going in with 2 cloves like I said. Just go ahead and peel off the skin for that. And you're good to go. Alright. We have our garlic. As far as the vegetables, we are good to go here. Now for this, you can typically use whatever kind of sirloin or steak that you like. I find that it is the most delicious with skirt steak, so going in with some skirt steak here. Take it like that, just getting a couple of strips. Just like that. That size is perfect. We're gonna go ahead and take that meat there, and let's get that marinade ready. Definitely want to marinate this. Packs a ton of flavor. Let's start off with some salt. And we're gonna go in with some Aji Amarillo Paste. So this is the paste of the peppers that we just cut up. You can buy that at usually any Spanish supermarket. They usually have them. Even other regular supermarkets, ShopRite does. Gonna hit it with some black pepper. And that was cumin before that I didn't mention. And garlic paste here. There we go. And the last little part that we need right here is some soy sauce. So go in with a couple teaspoons, tablespoons of that. And we just give that a nice mix now. Incorporate all those flavors together, get them nice and even throughout the skirt steak. Looking good. Set that aside, refrigerate it for a moment. And now let's prep our fries. Told you, we are going in with double carbs. Whoever thought of this meal was a genius. If you like carbs. So go ahead and square off the potato like this. I'm using a russet potato that I peeled already, of course. And we're just gonna cut these up like this. That looks like a fry. We're gonna transfer those into cold water and let them soak for at least 20 minutes, but I like to keep them in for the extra 10, so going with 30. Get started with our vegetable oil in the pan. The process that I'm going to show you here for the fries definitely makes them nice and crispy. My favorite way to make them, so we fry them for 2 minutes, remove them, pat them dry, let them cool completely, and then they're going to go right back in to that fryer. Go ahead like that. I'm going to remove them. They are already cooled. So you can see a little bit of color to them, not too much. Now we're just going to let them cook until they're nice golden brown. Then you can take them out, set them aside, because it's time to get started on, well, at least what I think is the star of the show. Here we go. Have a nice wok here. I would definitely recommend making this with a wok. You don't have to, but it definitely makes it better. I'm going to use some grape seed oil, because as you know, if you cook with a wok, you are cooking on high heat. Grape seed oil is a high heat oil. Start off with that steak here. Looking good. The smell was amazing, by the way, as soon as this touched the pan. Very important though that you do not overcook skirt steak. It'll get very, very chewy and tough. If you like a well done and no pink in your steak, I would not recommend using this. Definitely use something else. So we're just going to cook these for a quick second, add some color to them. They will be getting tossed back into the wok in a few. Let's get started with the vegetables now. First, let's go in with the onions. Don't even worry about cleaning out the pan or the wok, because you want to keep all those flavors in there with it. Give them a quick toss. Next, we're going to go in with the soy sauce right. Looking good. Toss in a little bit of garlic here. Now we're going to go in with that aji amarillo. Give that a nice stir. Cook that out for a little bit. Just like that. I like to add some oyster flavored sauce here. Definitely adds a nice little flavor there. A little bit of sweetness to it. Again, after we always add something, always give it a nice mix, stir it around. Red wine vinegar, very important for this dish. You definitely need that acidic taste to it. I only use a little bit though. I'm gonna show you why in a second. I'm gonna go in with a little something else. Go ahead and add that steak back into there with the resting juices. A little bit of the scallions and cilantro. Save a little extra for the end. Mix those up there. We can throw on those tomatoes now. Don't throw them in too early because they'll get all mushy and you don't want that. I only use a little bit of that red wine vinegar because I like to throw a little bit of Pisco in there too. Like I said, I find that for me, this is the perfect combination of ingredients. It may not be the most traditional way or anything like that, but again, like I said, it's your kitchen. Make it how you want. Going with some beef stock here. I always use low sodium. Like I always say, I like to control how much salt I put into my food. You can always add to it, but you can never take out. Remember that. And we're gonna go in with a little bit more of those scallions and cilantro, and it's ready. Plate it up just like that. Make sure you get some juice all around. Don't forget to pair this up with some chicha morada, Inca Cola, or a nice pisco sour like you see there. Thank you everybody for watching.